What's up? Welcome into your daily Buckeye Blitz for a Wednesday, the hump day. Look at this. You just had a holiday yesterday. You got 3 more days and you're done with the week. Awesome. Love it. All right. Today's topic. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're recovered from the 4th. Hope you're hydrating and trying to get right after a long day. It was nuts over here, man. Fucking people are crazy. Anyway, people act like they don't have a job tomorrow. It's hilarious. Just go nuts. I'm at the beach. I'm going to lose my shit. All right. So we're talking veterans. I'm going to talk about veterans on this Ohio State roster, guys that have been around a little while. I got 7 veterans that maybe aren't poised for breakout seasons necessarily, but have been around and could carve out roles for themselves, okay, and be key players, not starters necessarily, but maybe in the 2 deep or maybe get some key snaps at key moments. So I got 7 guys I want to run past you. As always, hit me in the comments. Hey, if you subscribe, I'd really, really appreciate it. We're doing well. Again, our goal is 3,000 by September 2nd. Game 1, week 1. Our goal is 3K. Hopefully we can get there with your help. Share it with a friend, get your kids' phones and subscribe with their phones. Get your moms, your dads, whoever, and subscribe to the Buckeye Cast. Appreciate it. All right, here we go. 7 players, lucky 7. Evan Pryor. I'm starting off with the running back, Evan Pryor. Originally a 4-star, number 83, a top 100 recruit overall, number 6 running back in that 2021 class. So you're looking at his 3rd year here in Columbus. His career, though, he's only had 21 carries, 98 yards, and a touchdown. All that came his freshman year in 21. So the Buckeyes landed him and Travion in that 21 class. A year ago, Pryor was in the mix, as the 3rd running back behind Travion and Mayim. Then he freaking tears his ACL in fall camp, cost him the entire season. So that opened the door for Dallin Hayden, and he took advantage with a more expanded role as a true freshman. The room is more crowded than when Pryor's injury happened. You got Chip in there as well. Plus, Dallin's going to want some carries. But if healthy this fall, I think Evan Pryor could again challenge for that 3rd running back spot. And you don't know what's going to happen with injuries. We saw it last year. Running backs coach Tony Alford said that about Evan, his demeanor's been fantastic from all indicators. He's done everything he's supposed to do to get himself back in order to play. So we're excited about where he's going. So that's good, positivity. And don't be surprised if he's that 3rd running back in. All right, behind Travion and Mayan. Let's talk. We'll keep it here on the offense. Enoch Vamahi. Now, this guy's interesting to me. Because he came in the 2019 class. So he's gotten that COVID year on the back end. He was a 4-star, number 124 overall, number 7 guard in that 19 class. Has played in 27 games, had 1 start. He was the only offensive line signee ranked in the top 200 in that 2019 class. Ryan Day made that, if you probably remember the story, made a special one-off trip to Hawaii to seal that recruitment back in 2019. Vamahi started in place of Matt Jones against Michigan last year. That's his 1 start. Talk about a key moment, Jesus. Then Matt Jones is returning this year for his 6th season. Otherwise, Enoch might have been the starter this year, or at least contended for that guard position. So this season, he'll probably be the 6th man on the offensive line. He's capable of going in at multiple positions, probably guard or tackle. I think he could play both guard spots easily and possibly a right tackle. I haven't seen him take any snaps at center, so I wouldn't pencil him in there. But Justin Fry said, quote, "He's a powerful, strong guy. and he's played that way coming out of spring. For him, just going into later in his career now, it took him a little longer for it all to slow down. But he played strong, he played powerful, made less mistakes. It's just a natural maturation of an offensive lineman. So sounds positive. And again, injuries, if he's your sixth man, I feel good about it. You know, older guy, been around, seen a lot. So I feel good if somebody goes down and he needs to be thrust into that lineup. Let's flip it over to the defense. I got a few defensive guys here. Courton Williams, the safety. What can you say about this guy? He was a 4-star coming out of high school. Number 166 overall, number 12 outside linebacker. Keep that in mind in that 2020 class. He had 31 tackles, 4 TFLs, a sack, and a pass batted down so far in his career. He showed in that 2021 Rose Bowl that he can be a key player in that defense when he's healthy. I remember he had some hits in the backfield. Quickly became one of the most respected Buckeyes on the team due to his work ethic. Was a team captain last year. In addition, he's had to play in a really stocked safety group, especially this year. So lost his freshman year to the ACL. We remember that. Then last year, he lost most of the season with a shoulder injury. He was wearing a harness a large part of the season, then had surgery. He started this spring in a sling, still recovering from that surgery, and he eventually worked into doing some individual drills this spring. So the depth chart is loaded again at safety. We know that, but Knowles has hinted at possibly shuffling more personnel in the back seven. So Williams, Court's got like unique physical profile, size and speed could come in handy when you need a bigger safety in there, you know, and you want to maybe stop the run or give more run support from the safety position. He can do that. And he has 2 more years of eligibility. So that's positive. If nothing else, his leadership in the locker room is definitely needed with these young guys coming in. Let's talk linebacker now. Cody Simon, the senior, 6'1", 218, out of St. Peter's Prep, my bad. Class of 2020, 4-star. He was a top 100 guy, number 6 inside linebacker. Got 233 snaps last year, but most of that was early in the season against, you know, some not so great teams when they were trying to spell Eichenberg and Steele. But he adds experienced depth to this linebacker room and rotated in as a 3rd linebacker in spring. Knowles said he wants Cody Simon to play more. So does that mean spelling Eichenberg at the middle linebacker more? You know, maybe Eichenberg, you know, gets a couple plays off after playing virtually every defensive snap last year, you know. So we'll see. Next up, this guy I'm really intrigued by because you hear a lot of talk about him. That's a linebacker / jack / DN, Mitchell Melton. He's kind of a tweener, which is what the jack position is supposed to be. 6'3", 235. He was an 8'9", 3'1", 4-star out of Maryland. He was nationally ranked number 350, number 24 outside linebacker. Again, here, you know, you see this overwhelming theme with everybody we're talking about for the most part, except not Enoch, but injuries are the theme woven in here that have plagued these guys. And another ACL tear in last year's spring game for Mitchell Melton. He can help Ohio State's pass rush this season. He received a ton of praise from Jim Knowles for his work at the Jack last spring before the injury. And he uses versatility to line up as a traditional linebacker and as a pass rushing D lineman. Now, I know he's a little shorter than typical D end, but if he can get penetration maybe in the middle or in kind of a rotation or running a stunt, that might be his strength. Obviously, Jack Sawyer was not a fit last year at the jack position. So getting Melton back without limitations could be huge for this defense. Jim Knowles said this in the spring. He said, I do want to go back to the jack, and maybe not even with the whole defense, but I'll be spending time with those 2 guys, Mitchell Melton and CJ Hicks in particular, because that's the position when fully developed where that guy knows everything about the defense and everything about the calls. So he's a de facto kind of quarterback on the field, like a middle linebacker. A couple more guys here I want to hit on the defense. Reed Carrico, another guy that's very intriguing, but we just haven't seen it on the field, a little bit on special teams, but that's it. Another 4-star, top 100 guy, number 9 linebacker in the 2021 class. On his career, he has 4 tackles. He arrived in 2021 with the old defensive coordinators and the old scheme where they utilized a 3 linebacker set, right? Now, a year later, Jim Knowles comes in and brings in a safety heavy, have you heard that this is a safety driven defense now? Yeah. Might want to log that away. Anyway, it gets old, doesn't it? Safety driven defense using only 2 linebackers now. So Carrico's biggest contributions come on special teams, especially last year. He also worked as the Sam linebacker in 3 linebacker sets. So you got Eichenberg and Steele coming back, multi-year starters, plus highly ranked guys like CJ Hicks and Gabe Powers. They're trying to get on the field, and we'd like to see them on the field too. But that linebacker room will get thinner after this year. So maybe there's a role in 24 where he can get more substantial snaps. I just don't see a path for a lot of meaningful time right now. Last guy I want to talk about, he's been around forever, the oldest guy in the room, in the defense, Josh Proctor, 6'2", 190, class of 2018. He's a 9'6", 4'0", really high 4-star. Again, another top 100 guy and number 7 safety in his class. He's shown the ability to be both a ball hawk and a heavy hitter in the secondary. He's never been able to put it all together. Lost his starting job on opening game against Notre Dame last year. That's been well documented. First drive of the season. And then we know about 2021 when he broke his leg in the second game of the year. So he's projected in the 2 deep right now at free safety. I don't know. He ran with the 2s at bandit as well this spring. So he could play adjuster or bandit most likely, but he'll need to show he can be reliable in the secondary to have a chance to be a draft pick at all. So he had 195 snaps last year in 2022, mostly special teams, and he played in entirely special teams against Michigan and Georgia. So that's it. That's the list. Those are the guys I think could have an effect and carve out some meaningful snaps. And you never know what happens with injuries. Those guys could pop in there and have to play meaningful reps. So let me know what you guys think. You got somebody else you're watching. Let me know. Hit me in the comments. Hit me up. Excuse me. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.